Hi Pisces, my name is Audrey Alison. Thanks for joining me for your February 2016 forecast for the month. I'm outdoors again and I'm wishing you an early happy birthday for those of you Pisceans who celebrate in February. I have the Art Nouveau, tarot deck by Antonella Castelli. Beautiful romantic deck that I'm using for Valentine's Day, February energy. Let's start the forecast. On the 8th of February, we have our new moon. And this new moon is at 19 degrees of Aquarius, where the majority of the energy is this month for you, Pisces, in the 12th house. The house just before Pisces is affected. And this is a house of rest. A lot of you Pisceans need some downtime. If you can afford it, your body might be physically tired. And having a new moon in the 12th could be about release and endings and rest and intuition and addictions, the 12th house. You don't want to pick up some bad habits on the new moon. So with with that energy, you could just start or consider a new path to rest, to how to implement more time for downtime in your schedule is what I'm feeling there. The sun is also in Aquarius at the top of the month, and Mercury on the 13th transits into Aquarius on the day before Valentine's Day, and I wanted to say that he officially clears his shadow on the 14th of February, where he is at the 1 degree mark of Aquarius, the degree in which he retrograded last January 5th. That was a pretty pretty big intro into 2016 in that Mercury retrograde. I personally was in my 6th house of health and definitely hit in that sector. But now that Mercury is direct officially January 25th, he enters Aquarius conjunct this new moon sun energy of rest and intuition and dreams, the house of dreams. It's also a very spiritual house, spirituality and music, classical music. I'm getting a lot of romantic vibes in this forecast, which is not normally my forte, but I'm picking up on some of that. And Pisces, being the nebulous water sign, there's a lot of romance happening with you. Venus is joining the party where the new moon, the sun, and Mercury are stationed in this 12th house of Aquarius for you. So Venus is harmony and balance. Harmony, balance in the rest. That needs to be incorporated into your life somehow, Pisces. You might have been at a level or a pace that is not easy to keep up all the time. So you have to slow some things down, and the astrology, the cosmos, will see to that. So make sure you get time to rest, reflect, and trust your intuition in the month of February. The sun will transit on the 19th out of Aquarius into your 1st house of self. So happy birthday for the early Pisces. Having the sun with you then regains the energy that you need in the body. And the full moon on the 22nd is in another mutable sign like yourself, Virgo. So 3 degrees, the full moon is bringing an ending in the 7th house of partnerships or an awareness in this sector. How is your relationship or your marriage at this time? The 7th house of marriage and soulmates has the full moon sitting in there. So there is something seen that needs to be worked on or adjusted, similar to my necklace. And there's something that you need to be aware of in the 7th house. And this doesn't have to be your marriage if you are married. It could be your business partnership if you are connected with someone at that time. Maybe you finished a massive project in that area and there's a completion with the full moon. I do want to address the cards earlier in the readings. I received some emails that I should focus on them, and I like to switch it up. So, okay, Pisces. And if you'd like to read with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. I'm also on Facebook at Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. And I'm appearing on the Goddess Alive radio show on February 25th, where I take callers for a one-question tarot taster reading for free. So you want to check out my Facebook page and my website for that information, as well as go to motherhouseofthegoddess.com, and there'll be information there. The first card is the King of Pentacles, and these cards, they're spectacular. I'm going to have to bring this deck out into the open more. See how beautiful? The King of Pentacles. Mastering your environment and occupation. It's the highest coin card that you can have in the tarot. And on this card, there's a couple, and I know they're embracing. So I feel like this is about the shared resources of the partnership or the joint assets that the two of you have received. Now, for those of you who are not in relationship, that's okay. You can master your own environment and occupation. Let's see what else comes up in the cards. The Empress. She came up in the reading for Aries as well. There's a lot of fresh, creative, fertile ideas and creative activity happening. And I find that people are inspired in February mostly to produce this in March, because I know we celebrate New Year on January 1st, but for an astrologer or anyone really interested in astrology, the first day of the new year is March 20th. That everything starts in Aries. Everything begins in Aries. That's where you start on the astrological wheel. So March 20th is what you're building up your ideas for, because spring is when they bloom, when they blossom. And let's see what comes up here. And, you know, honestly, the Empress is pregnancy itself if it's not relating to money. Ooh, the Knight of Wands. Cavalier de Bastoni, the Italian version, or Caballo de Bastos in Spanish. I love all the languages they have. The Knight of Wands comes in very, very quickly. Knights race in to the picture. And the Knight of Wands symbolizes relocation and movement in general, the picking up of something, but moving and changing your environment, mastering your environment and occupation could be happening. Some of you might be moving to accommodate the birth of a new baby. Pisces, what else is here? Ooh, the Knave of Wands. So this is like the page in the tarot. The Page of Wands, a messenger. There's a message. What is the message? There is some fire. There's a lot of action and creativity in the bottom spread. If you want to take the actual pregnancy out of it, there's creation with these cards together. You do have a few more cards that came up. Ooh, Justice. I love her. Libra, sign of Libra, balance. There needs to be a balance with Pisces, and I know that's about your rest. So all this action that's happening, you need to make time for downtime. For those of you with legal pending situations or settlements pending, there is action at this time. They are moving forward. Some of you are fighting battles for custody with the Empress and the Justice card. Yes, you are, because the Lover's card is reversed. But I want to show this picture upright, and it does represent the relationship. But after I said that, the custody information having Lover's reversed, there's an opposition going up against some of you in custody battles, and that's okay. That kind of thing happens. Also, what a great Valentine's Day card for those of you in relationships that are working right now. High Priestess. God, I love this card. This is everything, this card. Keep quiet. Pisces, for those of you who are in custody battles, less is more, and you don't want to say or come across too talkative in court dealings right now. Let the attorney handle it. Leave it to the justice, to the attorney. Now, this is a lot. You know, there's a lot of ways to read this, and it can't apply the same way to all of you. However, I would say that there is action happening this month, a forward progression, but in a month where you are supposed to rest. So there's a dichotomy here, and then you have to find the balance in between how much you're doing and how much you're resting. And the main topic is the environment and what you're receiving in your money. The security of the coin cards are important at this time. Also, what you're getting as a relationship, as a couple, is important as well. And for those of you who are not in relationship, the timing has to be right for that. Having the Lover's card upside down means the attraction isn't there just yet. But February is a quiet month. The High Priestess is calm, quiet, and downloading intuition and wisdom, which is what the 12th house is in astrology, which is where all your activity is this month, Pisces. So thank you for joining me. And remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.